Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Macanoo Plays. That's presently being recorded on Macanoo 117 over on Twitch. We are continuing on with our reaction to Epic the Musical. We are technically on track 6, and we will be doing this arc. I'm keeping things subtle so people don't get spoiled prematurely. And I really hope you enjoy what's about to happen. Hey, yo, somebody followed. Thank you for following the live. There was no follow alert, but I see that you followed.
Hey.
Hey, yo, look at you grab first. Why was there no follow alert? Did I? Oh, because I'm on a window that doesn't have my alert box. There was a follow alert. It's just not on this panel. This panel is meant for recording, so it doesn't have any of those alerts.
Makes sense.
Alrighty, so thank you for following, firsting, and stretching. Do you know Epic the Musical by chance? All right, Quoted. You ready?
Yo.
Hey. Okay. Oh, wait, one thing. Immediately, my bad. I'm already subscribed to them, but this one's also by the Missy person that we subscribed to last time. So if you're not subscribed, we're subscribing to all of the all of the animators showing love. I have all of these links for these videos in the comments, or actually in the description of the video. Everybody will be given proper shout out. There's a word that I'm supposed to use here, but my brain isn't awake enough to think of it. Nice shot.
Over here. Look at all this food. Look at all these sheep. I can't believe this cave has all this for us to keep.
I've gotta hand it to you both. This is quite the treat. There are enough sheep here to feed the entire fleet.
I'm just gonna check because I realized when I was jamming out to Jeff's song, I have this a little loud. There we go. I want to make sure the music's proper, but
It's almost too perfect, too good to be true. Why would the Lotus Eaters pass?
I love how the Lotus Eater's just been hanging out on Policy's shoulder this entire time. And just you can see Odysseus like, what'd you do, you little prick?
Honestly, yeah. It's kind of, especially since they were eating a plant that was causing them to all like follow the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Pass up on all this food.
I'm going to immediately say, and I want to point this out because I remembered this from my first watch through. This is the coolest interpretation I have ever seen of a Cyclops.
That's meant to be a Cyclops?
Yeah.
Fuck hell.
It's like something out of my
I thought it was a
nightmares.
demon.
No, that's a Cyclops. So the story is that it was a Cyclops that ends up stopping them in the cave. But this artistic impression, and it's great because I think they probably paired this off with how evil Jorge made his voice when he did these lines. Because this, I believe, is still Jorge who does the voice of the Cyclops with obviously some mic reverb or mic effects.
Cool.
Hey there. We're just travelers. We come in peace.
You killed my sheep.
Oh.
My face.
Oh, not the tears. Also, this looks vaguely inappropriate. Subtitles. How did he know it was his favorite sheep? They all look the same.
Never.
What gives you the right to deal the pain so deep? Don't you know that pain you sow is pain you reap? Time to drink your blood over where you stand. Your life now is in my hand. Before I'm done, you will learn that it's not so fun to take You came to my home to steal.
I just noticed that because I didn't see it when I first saw the animation. The fact the little guy is now on Odysseus' shoulder, just riding back and forth.
Indeed. He did not choose the right place to sit.
No, also, this is horrifying. Absolutely horrifying.
But now you'll become my meal. A trade you see, take from you like you took from me.
There's been a misunderstanding. We never came here to steal. But now that I see we've done some damage, maybe you and I can make a deal. I'll give you our finest treasure, so long as we leave alive. You can keep the world's best tasting wine.
Wine?
Have a drink, one sip and you'll understand the power that's in your hand.
The power that's in your hands, getting remotely tipsy. I mean,
Honestly,
you feel
can't blame the Cyclops. I would do
Wait,
it.
I just had an amazing mental image. So you know how there's
no.
drunk foo?
Yeah.
Imagine a Cyclops doing drunk foo. How horrifying that would be. One, how much alcohol it would take, but two, that would be so incredible. That needs to be a thing.
Since they've got this Cyclops with the whole goat feet, goat lower half, and then demon head with spikes coming, spiky leg things like a spider coming out of his head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, the fact
That
that
would be
mouth
some
is horrifying
terrifying
to
shit.
look at.
Yeah, but there are creatures like that.
There are, but the fact
Commonly.
when you see a Cyclops, they're mostly humanoid. This was a very interesting interpretation of a Cyclops.
Honestly, agreed. I actually love the level of demonic.
I mean, in another
impersonation into it.
aspect, if you're looking at how humans would look at a Cyclops when they first saw it, this is probably what they're in, like their mind they would think of, because they, like, especially in this time where you hear the name Cyclops and you just think of a monster that kills. And
It feels like a very Japanese kind of interpretation of it, because the Japanese add a lot more into their horrors.
we should do a
very much
yokai review. That would be cool.
That's what I mean. Yokai's got a lot, like even the ones that are humanoid usually have a transformation or something that makes them more evil looking. This feels like it's like taking that inspiration.
If we go on
Which I
go
love.
Malaysian with it, we could always talk about the Hantu Tatek. Do you know what that one is?
I actually don't.
I would say Google it, just don't Google image search it.
So Google image search, gotcha.
Guys, when he screams in pain, it was his own fault. Just saying.
Wine so fresh, you'd never wanna eat
Human flesh again.
Then we shall be on our way. No bloodshed in here today. A trade you see, gift from you and a gift from me.
I'd like to thank you. Stranger, what's your name?
My name is Nobody. Nobody. Nobody.
Nobody.
For your gift, I want to reply.
I'm so glad we see eye to
Really?
eye.
Really, Odysseus?
Coffee.
He is such a cocky prick in this entire musical, and I love him for it, but also, damn you, Odysseus. Okay.
You shall
Be the final man to die. What?
What? Watch out!
I love how they cut directly into the next one in the actual musical. Because if you're listening to the playlist, literally you get the watch out and then it cuts into the instrumental of the next song instantly. It is so good of a transition. This one is also animated by the Messy Individual. We're gonna have a couple of pauses in this music video because I love the interpretation, and Jorge does as well. He loves how when he made this musical, how anime it gets at times. And I'm gonna pause on a frame and quote it. I think you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you see it. It's gonna be funny. All right. So, what were your thoughts of the introduction of the Cyclops outside of horror territory?
Honestly, very intrigued. I very much do like the demonic interpretation. The whole like the mouth and everything gives it very much.
It's something out of your nightmares.
Yeah.
That's if that was my paralysis demon, I probably would never sleep again.
That's fair. Don't think many people would.
All right.
But yeah, though, creature's definitely really interesting.
Love the art style. Song is a vibe, and also freaking Odysseus with I too, I. Damn it.
The fact after that the Cyclops decided everyone will die, yeah, I think it might have been that one.
I'm pretty sure he was going to kill them all anyway, but no, he had to be so cocky with it. Every god or any supernatural entity, he is such a cocky prick with. Well,
seemed pretty. He didn't seem so cocky with Athena.
After
she found him. After the start of
spoilers, my boy. That's all I'm gonna say.
My brothers, the rest of our fleet, they wait at the beach, and if we're defeated, they're good as dead.
Okay, that I never understood. As long as they didn't, well, I mean, maybe they're talking about the starving thing. I don't exactly know why they'd be good at, because I don't think the Cyclops would be able to swim out to the ships.
There's a chance that might be an interpretation of the fact that the others won't have any warning about other things that happen on the island, so they'd wait till they're basically hungry enough. Then they'd probably do a search, which then might lead them to the other guys, the small things. Forget they're called. And then they might eat that food, or they'd go for the Cyclops' food in the end. And then
yeah, because technically they actually set sail away from the island with the little munchkins. That is something that is implied in the last video. They set sail away from that to find the cave.
Well, yeah, but they're at the beach, so most likely then it's just them going to be waiting there, hungry, and then caught off guard when instead of food comes
a Cyclops murders them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cyclops has quite the feast ahead of him. 600 men. He's got quite the line ready. All right. I still love how the little guys just cling to his shoulder. Is adorable. Like, I know that these guys technically inadvertently screwed over this entire group by telling them about the cave, but also they're so cute.
Dead, straight ahead, that is who we're fighting.
That is a shot. I love animators. Like, that is so amazing.
I do agree. The glowing eyes thing.
Uh-huh.
No backup, no chance for support, so draw out your sword. Our foe must be thwarted right here.
Why does he look so smug? What the hell?
That's not smug. That looks like he's like fucking tired of your shit, Odysseus.
Tired of your shit, or like he is ready for war. That is like the anime camera tilt right there with the glasses, or anime glasses tilt. He's about ready to up. Polites, do you got some superpowers we don't know about?
Here and now, show me how great is your will to survive. 600 lives at stake. It's just one life.
Oh, not the baby.
And when we kill it, journey's over. No dying on me now. Defeat is not allowed. We must live through this day, so
Fight.
surround him. Attack from behind. Keep distance in mind and stay in his blind spot and strike his heels. Strike the heels. Show him that we're deadly.
There's one thing I love about this, and I don't know if you noticed it so far, but something that Jorge mentioned when he was doing the musical and seeing all these animated interpretations of his songs is the fact that Odysseus' cloak is basically a main character's inventory. Because he pulls crap out of there on a regular basis. And like he blatantly makes comment about this on TikTok. And it's hilarious that everybody's like, yeah, his cloak is literally a Legend of Zelda inventory. Just pulls out swords, spears, wine.
The Cloak of Odysseus.
The Cloak of Odysseus has magical powers.
That's your next D&D game. Just make sure somebody brings the Cloak of Odysseus.
Honestly, real talk, when we do a D&D session, that would be a fun item. Just if we do an entire like reference campaign where everybody's magical weapons are just references to other like fandoms, that would be great.
It'd be entertaining as
Show him that we're deadly. Exhaust him. Don't let him get close. He's strong but he's slow. He can't land a blow if we're out of reach. Find a breach. Stand up and fight for your lives. 600 lives at stake. It's just one life to take. And when we kill him, then our
Everybody's got murder in their eyes.
really blind me.
Tell me you see it. Tell me you just saw that.
Wait, what the
Do you know what the anime is referencing? Please tell me.
Attack on Titan?
He pulled a Levi. He actually pulled a Levi. The animator did that on purpose, and Jorge approved.
Honestly, it's a very good reference for the fact of like what they're fighting, so makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense, but also if you're looking at the motion, it works weirdly well in an animatic, which for those who do not know, the only difference between an animatic and like full-on animation, to my understanding, is an animatic takes a lot less work. It's still work, but an animation, you're having to do every little thing. Whereas with an animatic, you are able to like, say you create the object, you can then just move the object across the screen as you need to instead of having to redraw it each time, like frame by frame.
More like, yeah, you have to do like, instead of 50 frames for what you just saw, 10.
Yeah, but the fact that this looks this clean, that is amazing. This artist, I love them to death. They did so good with that. The only thing I'm going to point out is if you look at his back leg right here, it looks like kind of broken rotation, but
Yeah,
absolutely
no,
cool. That is definitely, yes, that was 100% Attack on Titan reference. All right, but also, we're going to play that back one more time because I love him hitting this note and I don't want to interrupt it. Check this out. Jorge's voice, my dude. Good to see you, Fiddles. The hand clap, no!
Captain.
Enough.
He's got a club. He's got a club.
Hey, quoted.
Mm.
Remember Best Boy Polities?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just saw him on the ground.
Yeah, he's now Best Boy Puddle.
Yeah, I don't think he
He didn't survive
dropped
that.
his weapon in there. He definitely didn't.
No.
Doesn't seem like he was much interested in the fight in general, so in fact he's the first to die.
He was open arms
Yeah.
boy. He didn't want to kill anything if he could help it. Yeah, so fan favorite, literally we get one song with the man, Open Arms, and yeah, that's what happens to our boy Polities.
In fairness, this is a Greek story. He was trying to be peaceful in a Greek story. He was trying to be peaceful in Greek in ancient war times.
They need
Man
armor
never
and
stood a
blades. The
chance.
monster only needs a heavy stick. You're not wrong, Fiddles. I don't like you're not
for him is
wrong.
basically a tree.
Yes, pretty much. By the root. Rip it up by the root.
What are our orders?
He's having a mental breakdown right now.
You've heard me enough.
600 lives I'll take. 600 lives I'll break.
And when I kill you, then my pain is over. You're dying here and now. Escape is not allowed. You won't live through this day now.
So,
Killed
thou-
it.
thoughts
Like,
on
well,
the song Survive?
That was Survive? I mean, yeah, it makes sense. It was a good song.
Mhm.
The animation was definitely taking advantage of me there. The entire thing though, mixing like actual plan into the song was really decently done.
Yeah, I love
Um,
how the animator decided to capture certain moments of like the slice the heels or attack the
Yeah.
heels, so on. Yeah, no, stay out of reach. Everybody moving around. Like the animator captured it really well. I feel like okay, now I love all of these songs, and I've listened to them without the animations technically because I listen to it at work. The songs hold up with
Okay.
the animation, but the animation makes it so much more of an enjoyable experience for me.
Honestly agreed. It
So-
feels right.
It feels like you're a part of the story when you can see what's happening as well. And there was this debate that me and my buddy Kezi were having. Go check it out in Layla We Trust or Kezagon. We were doing the reactions, and we still need to do another 2 of those. But to his top 5 OSTs for character demos, or rather the characters sound characters that have songs tied to them. Each character has a story that goes along with it. And he had us on the first video with Arlecchino, we watched our character demo and then listened to the song. And the kind of opinion we came to was that the song doesn't hold up as well without the animation. If you if you don't have context about what's happening in the song doesn't hold up as well. It's still a good song, but yeah, without the animation, it's a little bit less enjoyable. So with Nilu, he had me listen to the song first, didn't tell me who it was about, and then we watched the character demo after. And the song still held out. Like it's kind of a
Yeah.
difference in
I mean,
can a
since
song
this is based around the song, it makes more sense. But I do.
yeah. Because
Since
all
you've
of
got
this
the
was
story
originally
and
just
the song,
audio.
It's pretty epic. Oh, I do like.
You
when
did the thing!
like,
No! Alright, for the record, I'm holding strong. I've still not called Epic the Musical Epic yet. I haven't done it yet. Quota did it. I haven't done it yet. You just did. You just said, yeah, it's pretty epic.
Yeah.
We were so close. All right. Anyway, going to the next song, I'm gonna let you see the title of the song, and I want you to see if you can tell me what kind of what tone you think it's going to have. So it's gonna
Fucking
just
hell,
jump
it's
to the
all
next one.
turn after that.
So the name of the song
Yeah,
is "Remember
somber as shit.
Them."
It's gonna be a somber situation where it's like, quite the low energy.
Okay. Fiddles, what do you think it's gonna be? Quoted say it's gonna be low energy. Fiddles, what you got? Oh, let's see what the animator is. This is a Wolfie the Witch. I already subbed to them earlier. By all means, make sure you guys are see both say depressing. Okay then. You'll be pleasantly surprised is all I'm saying.
We must move quickly. We don't have much time. He didn't notice I mixed Lotus in his wine.
Back to you though. Remember what Odysseus looked like in the last animator with the full beard and everything else that was going on. And then we go to this particular animator, and they have him looking really young and shaven and everything, or like just stubble. So it's really
He does have
interesting.
1,000 yards there.
He does, absolutely.
I
But
agree
like,
with you, Fiddles. I don't understand how that fit in there. I was caught off guard.
oh, it gets better. This song, low-key, might be one of my favorites. It's it is and it isn't. It is one of my favorites in some ways, but there are definitely songs I like more than this. The thing I will say about this musical is you never find peak. Every song, there's always another peak. So all the way to the end.
All right. Well, that's convenient.
Mark my words now, this is not the end.
But Captain, what do we do with our fallen friends?
Remember them.
Remember them when the fire begins.
It's so good on the instrumental.
Fallen and afraid, we are not to let them
Die, babe. Remember them.
We're the ones who carry on. The flames of those who've gone, and our comrades will not die in vain. I need all our hands on this club. This is how we're getting out of here.
So, are you guys happy that you were wrong about the tone of the song?
Yeah. Although I feel like I should have expected it a little bit because of the idea that this is still him trying to be a leader.
Yeah.
So it's good that it is like this, but I'm really quite caught off guard by it.
I love, because you would think that trauma and everything else that he's going through right now, but he doesn't have that ability to be like down in the dumps. Like, they have to get out of here alive, and the only way that's going to happen is with him. This plan, by the way, was a decision. Holy crap. Run that back.
I need all our hands on this club. This is how we're getting out of here. Use your swords to sharpen a stub and turn it to a giant spear. Let's kill him. His body is blocking the path. If we kill him, we'll be stuck inside.
Captain, where do we attack him?
We gotta stab him in the eye.
Yes, sir. Remember them when the fire begins to fade. For the fallen and afraid, we are not to let them die in vain.
Remember them.
We're the ones who
Carry on.
the flames of those who go.
Oh, not our boy Polites. Oh, this actually ends up being important later.
Our comrades will not die in vain. No!
And this animator has a like very regular interpretation of the Cyclops, which is fine. I would definitely say I prefer the other animators' interpretation of the Cyclops. But like, this person captures like how Odie is feeling very well.
I feel like this is probably like if you wanted to use people's mentality into it, obviously the first time the Cyclops appeared, it's kind of a demonic surprise and horrifying. The fact that he's much less horrifying and more just generic creature that's just gotten drunk in front of them.
Yeah, I could see that as well.
I feel like if you go from that interpretation, it kind of is cool that it's got a different animation. Same point, I do prefer the previous animation.
I will
But
say there's
from
one
the
part of this that is pretty
mentality.
haunting that we'll be coming up on.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
Scatter!
Who hurt you?
There are more of them?
Who hurt you?
Hide.
Who hurt you?
Captain, we should run.
Wait.
Captain, please.
Wait.
Was nobody. If nobody hurts you, be silent. Don't go.
Had to know that was going to come around.
That's fantastic.
Uh-huh. I believe that was the part of the original story when it came to the Cyclops, was when he gave him the wine, he said that he was nobody.
Oh, it is.
However, I'm not spoiling.
Let's grab the sheep and away we go.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you? He's still a threat until he's dead. Finish it.
No.
No?
What good would killing do when mercy is a skill more of this world could learn to use? My friend is dead, our foe is blind, the blood we shed, it never dries. Is this what it means to be a warrior of the mind?
Don't.
Hey,
Okay, in this moment, Athena was trying to be helpful. I know a lot of people want to hate Athena coming into this next part. She was trying to protect her boy. She was trying.
I mean, suggesting to kill it was a sensible idea.
Well,
Honestly.
yeah, except when you leave things up to Odysseus when he's pissed off, bad things happen. So,
means to
Yeah.
be a warrior of the mind.
Don't.
Hey, Cyclops! When we met, I led with peace, while you fed your inner beast. But my comrades will not die in vain. Remember them. The next time that you dare, choose not to spare. Remember them. Remember us. Remember me.
that's a hard shot right there.
I'm the reigning king of Mythica. I am neither man nor mythical. I am your darkest moment. I am the infamous Odysseus.
Had to dox himself.
Literally told him where he lives.
He told him where he lives, who he is. Anybody can now know who and what he is. Who did this to this Cyclops, so on and so forth. All because he had to have his moment in the glory of like, hey, you with us. You got trashed by some humans. Bring it. Oh, that was a bad call.
Dumb shit.
Exactly. This moment right here single-handedly like ruined a lot of shit for his life. And that's all I'm going to say. The Cyclops is a literal monster that never showed mercy to humans. But in this instance, take a moment to remember, Fiddles, the only reason why the Cyclops was pissed with the humans was because they killed his sheep.
I feel
In
like
that
the-
instance,
the-
that's
the
why.
choice. I feel
The-
like he would have taken the chance no matter how you look at it. Obviously, an original, like, yes, the fact he killed his sheep, his quote unquote favorite sheep, you know.
It could have
feel
just been
like
a
he was
moral
stretching for reasons.
justification. It could have been moral justification, but there's a chance they didn't kill the sheep and they just went on their way. That this might not have happened.
I mean, no matter how you look at it, that would not be really along the options unless they saw the Cyclops first and the Cyclops decided that, yeah, he wasn't going to eat them. But
Yeah.
he went from, you killed my sheep, so I'm going to kill you, to you traded wine for my sheep, so I'm going to kill you last.
Either way.
That was the leaps in logic.
Yeah, no. But just throwing that out there that, you know, I get what he was trying to do. He was trying to make amends. He did wrong. And Cyclops definitely is like, no, you're all going to die. That's true. That being said, this move is like the one time in this entire thing where I'm like, God damn it, Odie, you had one job.
No, we can all agree this is the dumbest shit he could have planned.
And remember when I said there was one part of this video that was haunting? That right there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, understandable.
So this next song is going to be the one that I have to find two different animations for. We're going to go with the vanilla one that they put in, and I need to find the other one, which might take me a second. I should have done that beforehand, but I'm not good at planning. This first animation is done by... It's going to jump to the next video. So this is My Goodbye. And this one's also still done by Mercy. Hell yeah. Wait a minute. This is actually... Hold up. Wait a minute. They changed these around. This was the animation I was going to have to look for. Okay. Huh. Now I'm up for debate.
Do you want to learn the other one still?
I kind of... This is the one that I'm used to. So we'll do this one first.
Okay.
And this one is
Seems to
also
be the
by...
same person as previously. So
Yeah,
Wolfie.
this is Wolfie the Witch. This is why it was such a smooth transition between these two songs. The other song is, like I said, the other animation, I like that interpretation much better. But this one is still good, and I think you guys should see both. So we will go through the song 2 times. I don't think anybody here is going to complain about that. But I love the difference in how people interpret the songs in the animation. All right.
Okay.
Pa, 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 pa.
You were reckless, sentimental at best. That's not a teaching of mine. You've grown soft. Your dead friends can attest.
Bird, by the way. Bird. You've grown soft. Your dead friends can attest. Oh my god,
Yeah.
You did have to do him like that. That was just mean. I didn't realize the gods were so good at roasting.
Put your emotions aside. You're a warrior, meant to lead the rest. I don't know where I went wrong, but I warned you, and you failed the test. So now I'm gone. This way, you'll know what your place is. This way, you can't cross the line. This way, when all is over, you'll keep yours and I'll keep mine. This way, you won't disappoint me. This way.
Ripping into him right now.
This way, I'll close the door. Consider this as my goodbye.
So for those who were like a little bit out of the loop, for those who haven't been watching the musical or up to this point with us, since he was about a teenager, she has been his mentor, and she helped him become king of Ithaca, in a manner of speaking. Yo, Slothy! The video, thank you for the ping. I tried my best, Slothy. So, at this point in time, they've probably known each other for close to a decade, if I had to guess, roughly. Depending on what our age beliefs are. If he's like in his mid-20s now and she met him when he was like a teenager, then yeah, she's been raising him as a warrior in her image for about a decade. This is
Definitely seems like it's. Did notice as well, though. He looked like he grew quite. Like, he got older after she said, like, she's given up on him.
Uh-huh. I mean, to be
Not
fair,
one
like
off.
if you have the power of a god on your back pocket and then all of a sudden you don't, you're gonna feel a little bit different about life.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
I'll close the door. Consider this as my goodbye.
That's just like you. Why should I be surprised? Selfish and prideful and vain.
Mother just called a god selfish, prideful, and vain in one sentence. He does not give a shit.
Fairness, he's a Greek god, so he's not really too far off.
He's
But-
not far off at all, but like this man has no fear. Right, just go off. Let's hear that again.
Why should I be surprised? Selfish and prideful and vain. Unlike you, every time someone dies, I'm left to deal with the strain. What's a title that he got his land? If I'll never sleep at night, I'll remind you I saw you as a friend. But now we're done this way. You're out of my head now. This way, you won't plague my
Oh my
mind.
God.
This way, when all is done, you're out of sight and out of mind. This way, you get what you wanted. This way, you can save your time. This way, you close the door and have your damn goodbye.
Ha! I've listened to this musical so many times, and like some lines still like give me tingles. Like, holy shit! Yeah, you can have your damn goodbye. Get the f out of my head.
You're not looking for a mentor. I'm not looking for a friend. I mistook you for a general. What a waste of effort spent.
At least I know what I'm fighting fighting for while you're fighting to be known. Since you claim you're
Oof.
so much wiser, why's your life spent all alone? You're alone.
Ah. Yep. Mm-hmm. That actually looks like it hurt.
One day you'll hear what I'm saying. One day you might understand. One day, but not today. For after all, you're this day.
Now, the implication here is all of the voices in the background are the people who died in the cave.
I imagine actually potentially more because that one on the left of her, far left, might be an impersonation of a child.
Ooh, and then you can have Polites over here as well.
That's definitely Polites. I actually think that this is meant to be people of immediate connection because that might be the wife immediately to the left.
It might
So I
be.
think this is a mental attack where Polites is obviously the one on the right. On his on the left is the wife and child.
Yeah,
And then
no,
everyone else is
Safi,
angry,
honey, I
faceless
tried
soldiers.
waiting for you, but we wanted to get the reaction going, so Cinnamon Roll has already been downed. You missed out on that, but you'll be able to see it in the VOD, but also in the YouTube video. I promise it'll be out on time this week. Oh no, Athena's
Yeah.
Athena is going for the jugular, but honestly, to be fair, he just got done saying that she's going to be alone for her entire existence, which, considering for her existence is forever. Like, he also went for a pretty low blow. This is like just sort of fighting fire with fire.
Oh, yeah. Mudslinging contest for the win.
You sever your own head
This way.
You cut the line this day. You lost it all. Consider this as my goodbye. Consider this as my goodbye. This is my goodbye. Consider this as my goodbye. This is my goodbye.
So, absolutely, Slothy. Now, here's the thing. Slothy, for a little bit more context, this is the song we were going to do 2 listens through because they're 2 very different animations. This is the animation I like a little bit less because after all of that fighting, it's Odysseus who is reaching out to Athena after he just got done saying all this. Now, I'm not saying that that's wrong, but like, as somebody who just got done with the most arrogant speech in the world, telling him he didn't need her anymore, to immediately looking sorrowful, I will show you guys why I like the other animation a little bit more for a couple of reasons. I like this one for sure, but I feel like the emotion is a little bit off.
I feel like this suits his character rather well because Odysseus seems really arrogant, and I think it's the sort of mentality of an arrogant person who believes that when they say, you know, this is them saying goodbye, they're kind of expecting the person to backtrack because they weren't hoping for the actual outcome.
But to be fair, she started it.
No, I fully agree, but that's certain things like I don't know how to really describe it. There's certain
Let's do the other music video because what you're talking about might make a lot more sense than the other one.
All right.
Yeah, this is the one that I wanted us to make sure we watch second because this is a very different interpretation of their characters. So this is Athena using her time powers that we've already talked about, or basically her accelerating your mind so she can like have a conversation with you inside your own head.
Yep.
Same song. I don't think anybody here's gonna complain about that.
You were reckless, sentimental at best. That's not a teaching of mine. You've grown soft. Your dead friends can attest. Hey, put your emotions aside.
Oh, yeah, also I forgot to mention, in this animation, she takes over the form of Polites to tell him that it's his fault. Yeah, that was another reason about this animation that was really evil. Her taking the form of his dead friend. Oh!
Yeah, no, that's some Olympian shit.
Yeah, that's dark.
You're a warrior,
all of his men that, you know.
Don't know where I went wrong, but I warned ya, and you failed the test. So now I'm gone. This way, you'll know what your place is.
I love this animator's art style.
Cross the line this way. When all is over, you'll keep yours. So now
And this one, honestly, she looks like she's more in pain when she's yelling this. She doesn't want. So my interpretation of the song is she didn't want this to be the case.
Yeah.
This was meant to like knock him to his senses. So when he fired back with "Fine, get the fuck out of my head," I think that from my interpretation of the song, at least, this wasn't what he actually wanted, or what she actually wanted, and he jumped the gun a little bit.
I feel like this is a very much more emotional response from Athena.
Uh-huh. Conveyed by her vocals makes sense though. Like it is, you can hear it in her voice when they did the song that it feels like she's in pain during this.
Yeah, that's true.
And the way this animator portrays it, I like a lot more, especially coming up here.
won't disappoint me this way. You won't waste my time this way. I'll close the door. Consider this is my goodbye.
That's just like
Motherfucker threw a sword at her to clip her wing.
you. Why should I be surprised? Selfish and prideful in vain. Unlike you, every time someone dies, I'm left to deal with the strain. What's a title that he got his land?
That is an image right there. Her messed up wing while she's on the ground. Like, we're not implying that Odysseus has the power to go 1v1 with a god, but we kind of are here a little bit. It's in his head, so you can say like hometown advantage or anything you want. But like this image right here, the sword pointing at Athena, the sword reflecting him and covered in blood. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love this artist's interpretation.
If I'll never sleep at night, I'll remind you I saw you as a friend. But now we're done this way. You're out of my head now this way.
So in this interpretation, it's not her leaving, it's him breaking out of the Mind Palace. He's physically breaking through, which with the way that the instrumental picks up, I actually like a little bit more.
I see
I'm
that.
just going to go ahead and do something real quick. I don't do this often.
You're gonna comment?
Yeah, I don't comment on
yeah.
videos often.
Fair. I don't either. The idea
Mhm.
where it's like breaking through the Athena's hold is the best way I'm thinking this works. It does make sense with the way with the way the instrumental is picking up.
It makes sense with the instrumental picking up, and also if we think about in the last one where he was just like ramping up to yell at her in the animation, this one makes more sense. Giggles, thank you for the resub. Holy cow, 41 months in a row. That's just impressive. Sorry, you came into us doing like deep music reacts. The reason why I don't see any notifications is I have the alerts off when we're doing our reactions. I feel like that's probably better for everybody. Thanks so much for resubbing. But yeah, him breaking through the wall and getting out of her control, yes. But like I said, the instrumental of this whole thing just feels like this is him fighting back instead of him just standing there being, you know, angry. Love you too, sis. All right. And I love the guitar.
This way, you won't plague my life this way. When all is done, you're out of sight and out of mind. This way, you get what you wanted. This way.
Him taking out. So there was this implication that like the bracers were a gift from Athena, or they were like a part of him that were tied to him being a warrior of the mind.
You can save your time this way. You close the door and have your damn goodbye.
You're not looking for a mentor. I'm not looking for a friend. I mistook you for a general. What a waste of effort spent.
At least I know what I'm fighting for while you're fighting to be known.
Oh my god.
You're so much wiser. Why's your life spent all alone? You're alone.
That shot goes so hard. Back to, we're implying that Odysseus is kind of kicking Athena's ass right now, which is a bit of an implication. But also, if we're talking about like how who's being wounded more by the other person's words, I would say Athena's taking a lot more damage here than Odysseus is.
I would kind of agree with that concept, especially because I feel like Odysseus is definitely, obviously, human and more emotionally throwing into this than I think Athena would be as the goddess of, like, war and wisdom.
I think this is one of the few times Athena feels something. The implication that Athena really like feels, because you have to admit, she like her whole goal was to make her the ultimate warrior, but it didn't seem like there was many other people prior to Odysseus in this story arc that actually were able to do her test, then be trained by her. So I think she kind of formed, the idea that I believe is that it's less of a friendship. She kind of forms like a motherly bond with Odysseus. And this is them having a really bad fight. I think when she said this, like legitimately, was she was trying to jar him into reality, be like, hey, get your shit together. You need to think. And the fact that he was like, hey, okay, get out of my head. She's like, especially with this part right here, I'm going to let this play out. He's crying while that was happening, by the way. Did you see that?
Yeah, I've noticed tears on her face from him.
Hear what I'm saying. One day you might understand. One day, but not today. For after all, you're this day you sever your own head. This day you cut the line. This day you lost it all. Consider this as my goodbye. Consider this as my
All the memories that they had.
This is my goodbye.
And that look right there. I was waiting for that.
Consider this as my goodbye. This is my goodbye.
I love this animator's interpretation of this whole situation a little bit more. He actively had to run from her, saying, hey, I'm going. Can you see that I'm going? Like, as she's building up in intensity, it does actually feel like she's really trying to break through to him, rather than him just being like, all right, go. It feels like her being like, no, wait. And she was like waiting for him to turn around and be like, but wait. And it never happens.
I do like both interpretations.
I do.
I actually feel like I like the other animation more.
That's fair.
Though I do like both of these really well. I do think this one makes sense with them both walking away.
This one makes Athena the one in
driving
pain.
into the point. Yeah, I feel like the other one really holds the idea that Athena's a goddess into more respect, or not more respect, but more into the idea that she's a goddess, and they're more focused on that sort of situation within. And this one's more like, this is Athena's emotional connection to Odysseus. So both interpretations really do help with the connections. It just depends on how much you think Athena goes for the value of the goddess trait, or the pure connection that Odysseus and Athena actually had, which is both really pretty goddamn awesome.
I will say something that happens later in the musical is another reason why I like this one more, and it'll make sense to you when we get there. But I will say this also has one really nice end frame. That look right there of just being over it. That's anger. Which, to be fair, he was the one who was leaving in this version. She said she was going. He was so pissed off with her that he was okay with it. The other one with him having his face break down into sadness, still good, but I definitely think that this one captured his rage more.
I mean, if he is in age more, yeah, it makes more sense. The other one I feel like has a bit more of him being manipulative and attempting to manipulate Athena into staying.
Yeah, it was.
With-
The
With
whole thing was a
their
rough
history,
situation.
I actually think wouldn't have been a bad idea. Or not a bad idea, but wouldn't have been impossible. Since the start of their relationship kind of came off as cocky-ish manipulation, not actual manipulation. Where he's like, yeah, you're at the first encounter that we've seen, it's like, yeah, you are the goddess Athena, and starts going off on that. I
And
feel
some
like
else.
he
Mhm.
does have a bit of a manipulative streak for what he's doing, which is why I felt like the other animation suited it. But this might suit it better for the emotional. Oh, I like both sides really well.
I do as well. I definitely think that, in my opinion, one of my favorite parts of this musical is Odysseus is on a journey that, and also if we want to take it back, Odysseus was a guy who ended up being taught by a god how to be a warrior. Then by another god got told, hey, if you don't do this, everything you love is going to die. Then is stuck with being haunted by the memory of that action that he committed. So he's trying to become somebody more of peace, to put down the murder, to put down all of the. If you cause pain, it's just a cycle. It just keeps causing pain. So now, every part of him that could have been, pushed by a guy, he's like, it almost feels like it's a giant middle finger to all gods, just leave me the hell alone. Except for one that you'll meet here soon. But no, not soon. Semi soon. So everybody,
Like
thanks so much
politics
for joining us for this
dying
reaction
is
of Epic the
well.
Musical. This was the arc of the Cyclops. This is technically accounting as the arc of the Cyclops. After that, we will be going back to the ocean arc. Or I think it's called the Storm arc. Final words from Quoted. What do you think about these 4 songs compared to the first 5 songs that you listened to? Do you have a favorite yet?
Ooh, I don't have a favorite song yet. They're all really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually, considering everything, I think my favorite character so far is weirdly enough Athena.
She is my favorite. Unironically, and I know we all say everybody likes a woman and kick their ass, but unironically, Athena was one of my favorite characters. I see a lot of people hating on Athena right now, but I still love her. At this point, when people are watching this series, I see a lot of people being like, Athena, that bitch. And I'm like, eh. But then again, I have more
Well,
context.
we have a lot of like Greek god history to go off and say, oh yeah, God is not going to be your favorite character because they're all assholes.
Yeah. I will say I have I have 4 characters that I would say that are my favorite, which I know 4 characters out of this entire lineup. It's not that hard to figure out who they'll be. For those, I'm just gonna say some names and let y'all figure it out. Obviously, number 1's Athena. Number 2 is Odysseus. Number 3 is Hermes. Number 4 is Telemachus. Those are my 4 favorites. Yes, we have not seen the other. Whoa, wait! Top 5. Number 5, Poseidon.
I haven't seen those 3.
Yeah.
I mean, Polites definitely had a good song. If he had longer
If you could say
around,
longer,
but his song fucking hit well.
yeah,
And it
no,
definitely encapsulated the character, which I think was one of the pretty good staple point for him.
to my understanding, Slothy is still singing Polites' Open Arms song to herself on a day-to-day basis. So, no, it's a very good song. I have nothing against Polites. He is. I did try to get you guys to like Polites a bunch because I knew he was going to die the next time we did this.
Ah, you bastard.
Look, I had to deal with it so you guys had to deal with it, because immediately I'm like, Polites best boy. And then, like, right after that, Polites died. I'm like, God damn it. The next arc is the Storm arc and has one of my favorite songs of all. 2, actually. 2 songs that are goated. They're all good. I want to point out the entire musical is amazing, but there are some songs that are like I could listen to on repeat and have listened to on repeat. So, 2 of them are in the next arc. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. Please click one of these 2 videos, and if you'd be so kind, like and subscribe. Take care.